everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life. I am a little bit under the weather, so I sound a little bit funny, but I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about goal setting. I am just now beginning my goal setting prep. I ended up writing out where I think my goals are going to go for 2023. I have not done my Powersheets prep or anything yet, but I have really pretty much set up my annual goals. I really need to go through the prep and see if there's anything else I want to tackle for 2023, but I ended up coming up with a little bit of a system here for how I was going to approach my 2023 goals. I had a pretty good idea for certain ones of them. I'm gonna do a whole 2023 goals outline video with you guys and talk my way through the goals with you. But today I just want to cover like the process for starting goal setting. I still have quite a ways until we actually get to 2023, but I wanted to walk you guys through how I worked on this a little bit. So I ended up going back to my 2022s. I have my 2022 Makselife and my 2022 Powersheets. I did end up using the prep in both of these and writing out my annual goals in both of these. So I ended up going back to my annual goals here, and I grabbed a gray highlighter. I just grabbed a mild liner. This is the light gray color. And I just went to town reading through the goals. Here, we're gonna make this so it will lay flat for you guys. I went to town, highlighted all of the goals that I accomplished for 2022. And I was really shocked at how much gray I saw. Obviously, this category did not work out at all, but a lot of the categories I made some really good progress in. So you can see a lot of my personal goals were met. I got pretty good in the work and learning. I got about half of those, pretty good in family, really good in wellness and health, in spiritual and financial, and then in physical environment. You can see some of the time I only highlighted some of it, like this one, organize every closet, drawer, cabinet, and shelf. Didn't happen, but I did make progress in organizing, so I highlighted that. And then like this is a two-parter thing. I've got indoor plants and outdoor. Did not conquer the outdoor at all, but I made progress for the indoor. And I was just looking back and I was really proud that I made some progress. And now maybe some people would look at this and see all of the gaps and then get down on themselves possibly, but I don't see it like that. I feel like, you know, all of this that I wrote out was aspirational. It was things I was working towards or looking forward to for the year, and things change over the year and you possibly don't hit all of your goals. You know, I feel like if you write out your goals and you hit all of them, maybe you didn't dream high enough. So I like the idea that there are still gaps. Like that gave me room to already set up some for 2023 based on where the gaps were. And also, you know, you're gonna change over the years. So some of these goals that I thought were really important at the beginning of 2022, maybe looking back at them, maybe I realized they actually weren't important. You know, I didn't conquer any of this. Maybe I need to reevaluate this entire area because it didn't happen. Or maybe I look back and be like, wow, I concentrated on all these other categories and neglected this. I really need to make this my focus for 2023. It could be any topic. I'm just giving you guys a thought process moving forward. And you know what? To be honest, I didn't think there would be that much gray on here. I worked at this over the year. Most of these months, I do have monthly goals, not every month, but most of the months I did make progress towards things. I did write out these, I wrote out my weekly actions. And again, there are some months I didn't write any monthly things out. Let's see, I know there's some in here. That one I did. There, look, May, nothing. I didn't write anything out. It was the end of school for kids, totally didn't write out anything. I did write out monthly stuff most months, but it's okay to have some gaps, and it's okay if you didn't get a whole lot done. That just gives you an idea of what you were capable of, what that year looked like, and it gives you room to grow for 2023. So I hope that when you're looking back at the goals you set for 2022, that you don't look at it like, wow, I failed at this, and this because none of it got done. I hope you look at what you did accomplish and you can take pride in that. And I feel like I can take pride in this because I did way more than I thought I would do. You know, this is my first year using a dedicated goal setting planner and I kicked butt. I'm really proud of myself. So I'm moving into 2023 looking at this thinking, wow, I did so much. I have lofty goals and ideas, but I will try to make progress towards them, and it's really satisfying to see how much progress I did make, and it gives me room to grow for 2023. So some of these that weren't reached, some of them transferred over to 2023, and some of them I just totally dropped off of my plans. It just really depended on what goal it was. But that was where I started. I went and highlighted everything in here after I wrote out like the goals I knew I would have. I had some already written in here before I went and highlighted this. And then I did the same thing as far as highlighting for this planner. I'll show you guys a couple of things on here. Let's see if I can find that monthly list. So same thing here. Like I made pretty good progress for all of my 7 goals. These coordinate pretty much with the Moxie categories, but this one didn't get done. Scrapbooking. You can see I didn't scrapbook hardly at all or card make or anything. So that one was not something that I made progress towards really. I'm trying to find like the full year thing. So this is where I really liked the power sheets. I would refer back to this page and I highlighted all the things that got done pretty regularly. Actually tried new veggies. Oh, we did try new veggies. We'll highlight that one too. But there's still like a lot of things on here that did not happen. My nightly routine, I had really good goals for that. I really just concentrated on my AM routine and tweaked that and didn't happen. And a lot of the household type of goals didn't get done. I made slow, very slow progress on any kind of household projects. Some of it is to be continued and some of it was like outlining things and thinking we could do more than we could do in a year with 2 tiny kids as far as the house goes. So our house goals are less aspirational next year because I realized how slow we would go on those kind of projects. Yeah, still made some really good progress. All the grade ones are the ones I feel like I made good progress on. And then as far as like outlining these, it's one thing that was on my list and it wrote in 2 different places. I wanted to show you guys. I highlighted like some of the things that got done and I circled this, must handle kids art crap. Still has not been done. This was a year ago, guys. I was plotting this out at the end of 2021 to cover 2022. Did not handle the kids art stuff still, and it's a big sore spot. This one, keep our area clean, needs to be organized. Totally has not happened. Again, circled it. It was on 2 different pages in here and it did not get done. Yeah. So that's actually in an annual goal for 2023 also because it did not happen for 2022. But I went through, looked at all of my goal setting stuff and decided what was important, what I could keep and transfer over. And some of my goals, I'll show you guys, some of my goals ended up being continue with XYZ. I have some in here that are like that. I'm not going to show you guys everything, but let's see. We'll cover these in other things, but continue simplifying and healthifying our menu. Continue improving my morning routine. So I did some things that are just continuing on with what I already started and built a little momentum on for 2022. I'm just carrying some of those over for 2023. So I'm not going to show you guys all the annual goals today. I just ended up writing them out. I still have to do my prep work in here. That's on my to-do list to like go through all the prep work in here. The pages are a little bit different than they were last year. I have a walkthrough video of that if you're interested. I also walked through these Makselife planners. So I ended up getting 2 different covers and coil styles of the 2023 Makselifes. And I was thinking as I was writing out my annual goals in here, I was thinking, wow, I would like to do a little bit more as far as how I'm gonna plot these out. Some of these are like goals that I'll work towards in kind of like an incremental way, like continuing improving my morning routine. I'm gonna add to that over the year. And so just writing it here is not really planning out a whole lot of that. And like this, build a solid nighttime routine. Again, there's so many components that go into that that won't all happen like in January, for instance. So I thought I needed a place to just mind map all of that out, brainstorm all that out. And since I have 2 of these, I decided to use this one as my like rough draft brainstorming down and dirty. Doesn't have to be pretty. It could be just total chicken scratch writing. This one's going to be my pre-planning and brainstorming version. And then when it goes to my actual sitting down to plan out my months and weekly actions, this is where it gets formally planned out, written out, and kind of like set in stone. Like, that's what I'm going to work on this month for sure. That's what I'll work on this week for sure. This one is just kind of brainstorming all of those things. So I'll show you how I have started this. I have my annual goals in here. I did end up actually sticking them on my scanner and just printing them out on black and white so I could check things off as I'm like outlining each section. But here I just wrote in, like, I'm gonna have some weekly things, some daily things for January. I wrote out what I kind of want to work on for January. I wrote out what new habits I want to work on for the month. I ended up writing in, like, for my fitness, I'm building back into fitness after my little procedure. I have never really gotten back into it. I was doing good, getting a little bit more into a workout routine, and then got sick. We were sick one week, like with a little minor cold, and now we have this like worse, funkier one. So again, can't really exercise that much. I'm just coughing too much. But I ended up mapping this out. So like for this week, starting end of December, January 1st, I'll take my measurements and pics, bike 2 times a week, bar 2 times a week. And then for my next weekly action, I upped it. So I'll bike 3 times a week, bar 2 times a week, and then add in mom's group. So this is me mapping out how I want to progress. And then I add in 1 arms, 3 bars, 1 extra bike. And this is the kind of thing that you can't really see when you're just looking at, oh, that's my annual goal, is to like get back into fitness. Here I map it out. So then this would be more ideal. Bike 4, bar 3, arms 2, and then the next one is arms 3. I'm just writing it out. So I'm going through each of the goals, writing out what's going to be a habit, what's going to be incrementally increased like that. I wrote in like our monthly organized projects. So I have like organization projects built in every month. And I was just flipping back and forth, adding in more things in here. And I really liked also doing, on that first weekly reflection page, I wrote in what new habits I want to concentrate on that month. So I've got quite a few habits each month to start concentrating on. And I'm kind of mostly outlining the main big picture steps all along the year, but I'm really mostly concentrating on the first quarter. Like, what do I really want to get done the first quarter, and outlining those in here. And then when I get an idea of what's going to be a weekly action versus a daily habit, those kind of things, I can definitely map them out on the tending list, because I do want to use the tending list for every month for 2023. So that's part of the process, is kind of mapping out all of the things and then deciding which things are going to be weekly habits, which things are going to be daily habits, and then putting them into the tending list and putting them into practice. So this is going to be just my, my rough draft, planning and plotting and outlining everything. And then this is going to be every week, this is what I'm going to do. So this is more brainstorming and informal, and I can scratch things off and make it look messy and everything. And this is going to be like the pretty proper one that I will refer to every week, and I'll have this one sitting out open so I can see the habits, and this is just me planning everything out. So I thought I would get good use out of doing it that way, so that one of them stays pristine and looks nice, and then one of them I really can just jot out all of those ideas and get them mapped out really nicely. And then this is something I still need to work on. So this is just my like prep, goal planning, goal process part 1, because I will end up finishing the prep and then walking you guys through my annual goals. But I wanted to show you guys my process for this, because I know there's just not one set way to goal plan. There's all sorts of ways, and I just wanted to share another way with you guys because it's the way I'm doing it this year, and I'm really excited about it. I really liked being able to go back and highlight all of the things I accomplished for 2022. I really was proud of that. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys liked a look at my goal setting. I will have a part 2 to this coming up soon after I go through the prep and hash this out a little bit better, and I can walk you through more details and information on the actual goals themselves. This is just the beginning phase of this process. So I hope you guys liked it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you can follow me along and catch the rest of my goal setting videos coming up here soon. And I will catch you guys next time. Happy goal setting and happy planning. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.